aka Diz, and this is the Force always.
Okay, so welcome to the show. Let's get on with the Star Wars news for this time around. Yes, finally we got the Mandalorian trailer as predicted by myself a couple of weeks ago. I said it will be a couple of weeks away. It was a prediction, and I sort of didn't expect it, to be honest, but I am glad it's here, and it was great. Fantastic. Give a quick review to it. 9 out of 10, I thought. But anyway, so the trailer is online for The Mandalorian Disney Plus. October 30 is season 2 for The Mandalorian. That's when it's coming. So, to more news. Speaking of The Mandalorian, the poster was released as well. Very simple but very effective and very good. So this is a copy of it. Check it out. To more news, here in Australia, even The Mandalorian has made its way onto commercial television here. Channel 7 here was talking about The Mandalorian, which is very unusual for Melbourne, Australia, to sort of talk about this. Star Wars is big here, but it's not so newsworthy or even commercial worthy a lot of the times, but unless there's a film coming out. But so basically, so it was being advertised on TV this week, on the news of all places, on Australian TV. So to more news, speaking of The Mandalorian, speaking of Disney Plus, here in Australia we have a supermarket called Woolworths. It used to be called Safeway. They've got these little characters about this big. It's called an Ushi, bit of a sort of, slang, sort of funny, fun name. More for the kids, but they're releasing all characters from Disney Plus, from, the Incredibles, Frozen, or anything Disney, and including The Mandalorian. And I'm pretty excited, so I'm sort of going to try and collect these Ushis. I've got one myself already. I got a clear Kylo Ren that was great. But can you believe it, in these things called Ushis that you get at the supermarket? And how you get these is that you spend $30, Australian that is, in a supermarket called Woolworths, and you'll get one Ushi. If you spend more, you get more Ushis. But can you believe it? Someone tried to sell a baby Yoda, or the child, whatever you call it, with a cloth clothing attached to it, this particular Ushi, for more than 10,000 Australian. Just to give you perspective, that's almost 20,000 American, just for a little thing this big. On eBay, that is, whether it was sold or not, but it made news, and so I'm pretty excited at the moment to collect more Ushis. I'm wishing to get a Yoda. I'm wishing to get a Mandalorian itself, but that's in Woolworths supermarkets here in Melbourne, Australia, and I'd say nationwide, Australia. Ushis, check them out. Anyway, so that is the news for this time around. Let's get into views. Views is all about my story ideas with Star Wars saga. It could be anything that is a Star Wars story idea coming from myself. And as we got the Mandalorian trailer, teaser, whatever you like, which is a 9 out of 10 in my opinion, the part that was sort of missing, that we, as Star Wars fans, were sort of waiting to see, is a glimpse of possible Ahsoka. Ahsoka is a character who was the Padawan, or the learner for Anakin Skywalker, who became Darth Vader. Just to take a long story short, she should be in this time period. She could be around. Will we see Ahsoka in this? I don't know. But my story idea would be, I would have this so teased to the point of only appearing just before the end of the last episode, and then it can be worked into season 3, almost like how Luke Skywalker came in The Force Awakens at the very end. I reckon that would be a great story idea, really sort of teasing the Star Wars hardcore fans. She is a beloved character amongst the hardcore Star Wars fans. In the beginning, she wasn't, including myself. I thought, my goodness, it's a bit too kid-like. But her character developed to a point that is probably one of the best exit scenes I've seen, which was in Clone Wars when she walked away from the Jedi Order. This is a Star Wars story here. I'm not for real. And that was a very iconic moment. But I would like to see, as a story idea, her appear in the last episode at the very last moment to sort of have some sort of cliffhanger for the next season, season 3. That's what I would do. That's my story idea for this time around. Anyway, let's get into reviews. Reviews this time around is something that is physical. I got from a friend of mine, well, actually a friend of mine, which is Darren. D-A-Z, Daz. Or here in Australia, we may call him Dazza. Anyway, his wife created a mask, a Star Wars mask. Let me get it for you. So this is the Star Wars mask she created. I've got it the right side up. It's it's got the gold look. It's got R2D2 sort of thing happening. It's very, very comfortable, very nice from her to do this. Check this out. Look, you put it on there. You're rocking it. Look at that. That's beautiful. See, bling bling. It's fantastic. And here in Melbourne, Australia, at the moment, we really need these things because it's still mandatory to wear masks. So this is from Jade, and that's Darren's wife, Jade. Thank you very much again to Jade and Darren. And look, Shamin is making an appearance. Look, with the mask. She's got the mask on. Look at that, beautiful. Shamin has stolen the show again. That's it, beautiful.
Mulan.
Mulan, she's Mulan. Look, she's obsessed with Mulan. But thank you very much to Jade. I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 because I love R2D2. It's not my favorite character. Technically, Yoda is my favorite character, but it's so well put together, so comfortable, and very, very nice of her. 9 out of 10 for this mask. I'm sure you can create your own sort of one as well, like Jay did. Thanks to good old Dazza, and that's what we say in Australia, and thanks to Jade as well. And anyway, that's the review for this time around. Let's get into interviews. Interviews is 2 questions we'll ask myself for you guys out there. First question is, do we need another Mandalorian Season 2 trailer? I'm going to straight off the bat say no. I think anything more will just create too much things being shown, especially with a 2-minute trailer, especially with the length of a season of Mandalorian. I think it's just, we've got enough. We just need to wait for, the season to start. I think that's what I would do. I think there could be another one, and I think there will be a bit more revealed characters in the next one. But I think personally we don't need one. That's in my opinion. My second question is, if we do get another trailer, I'm about to sneeze. What would I like to see in it? Well, I would actually, as I said before in my views, I'd like to see Ahsoka in the actual trailer. Maybe just a snippet, very small, but a very, a real, not so in your face type Ahsoka, sort of something that's very misty or foggy or darkened or something like this, and sort of we know it's Ahsoka but we don't know it's Ahsoka. That's what I'd like to see in the trailer. I think that's what the hardcore Star Wars fans want at the moment, amazingly, because this character in the beginning, when Ahsoka was revealed to the Star Wars world, was just absolutely disliked. But it's become a beloved character. I can tell you this officially because when I was at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, that was a couple Star Wars celebrations ago, there was a big following for the Clone Wars, and there was a big following with people dressing up as Ahsoka and things like that, you know, in costumes, and it was beloved. So, but I think I'd like to see Ahsoka. I think Ahsoka is the pinpoint here. It's the sell point to the hardcore Star Wars fans. I'd like to see it, but a very small dose, and something that's just very, you know, not so clear. You know, again, sort of foggy or misty or darkened or something like this. That's what I'd like to see. Anyway, that's the interviews for this time around. That's the show for this week. And until next week, before next week, subscribe to the channel, The Force Always, only on YouTube. You can YouTube me, message me if you like, or you can check out my Twitter, or you could possibly Instagram me. It's up to you. And that's it. So that's the show. Until next week, keep rocking.